Hello, and welcome to Urban Hood Money Talk. It's a fact that we need money to enjoy life and focus on the things that we really like. I'm your co host, Allie, and I'm here with Mushi Buyan. Our mission is helping you gain financial freedom. You're listening to one of our special weekly market talks, which provides news on the upcoming week that may be important to traders. And we're super excited that you're here with us.
Everything I'm sharing educational purpose only. Everything I am sharing educational purpose only. This is not a financial advice. People talking about market economy, which is good.
It's definitely people are very interested about what's happening.
It is right nowadays. If you want to be staying positive with market, you cannot just look at chart and just hoping something gonna happen and just sell at loss. It's either your short-term account or long-term account. You have to know other areas. So that's why it's very important to know what's happening. So some of the few facts: rising concern of recession continues. You already heard about it multiple times. And Powell is going to even try to even hash out more this coming week. What is their meeting minutes going to reveal? How are they planning to deal with all the budget, and all the discussions going to happen at the end to admit it. Hey, recession might happen, or we are heading into recession. Nothing wrong with that. It happened in the past. So sooner or later, we'll find out. But as an investor, short term or long term, you got to be aware of it. What if we face a recession? Then what will happen? And how can you have a portfolio where some of the stocks might be recession proof? Keep an eye on this. The next fact is Biden through this new Washington's proposal or $5.8 trillion budget proposal. It was one of the big shocking moment this week when it came up. With that, is this $5.8 trillion is budget proposal is almost like he's getting ready for his 2024 campaign, presidential campaign. Hey, this is what I promised. This is what I'm going to do now, and hence some of the things, the left side and right side has to come together. But at the end, it's going to bring our debt GDP is going to go much higher than before. But it's a start. So keep an eye on this. You'll hear that a lot of discussion going to happen next few months or years until it happen. Third thing is they're talking about pandemic recovery stocks. So this is what I mentioned. If you are looking into invest in even next 1 year, 18 months, 2 years, what are the stocks you should be looking at? Keep looking at those stocks got hammered so much, especially the industry, like, in airlines and travel, leisure, restaurant.
Tech stocks.
Not tech stocks. Tech stock, we already know what happened to the growth if the rate goes higher. But I am telling those who is new, who's still trying to figure out, hey, I'm new to the market. What should I be looking at? Look at those stocks. Some of those stocks got hammered so much. It has a good potential if we face a recession and economy is going to be reopening, looks like. So look into renewable energy, zero carbon energy, recession proof stocks. Again, I'm keep mentioning recession proof stocks. Just Google it, you'll find out a lot more. You may have heard about it, or some of you may already read it. This article, Barclays last Friday, came up, boom. It's last week there was big error happened.
This is hilarious.
Almost like $591 million.
Wow.
What happened? They just paid somebody made a mistake, push the button. It almost reminds me, I did this last week. I was selling Amazon covered call. And I meant to buy, instead of selling, I meant to buy it. I made these dumb mistakes, and Amazon happened to be going up last Friday, then it pulled back. So when it pulled back, I made some money, I got out of it. But we make that kind of mistake. You're right. But look at that when you are, especially you are a large organization, you make this, what kind of management in place? A lot of people are going to pay for it. And
who's gonna get fired for this?
oh yes. And also going to come. US is already dangling right now. Remember, we have Dodd-Frank law in banking industry, and we are even making it tighter. Is going to give more ammunition to current administration. Look what happened to Barclays.
Wow.
Look what happened. Recession. You're talking about recession 2008. You know what happened. Dodd-Frank that the was created in banking industry. Obama came in and they're saying, we need to tighten up those regulations. We do not want to make those silly mistakes again in our economy moving forward. So watch what's going to happen. This you guys already have seen it, heard about it, that oil got tangled. This is just like hammered last week. We have been looking at it and look at in the oil. If it goes 110 above, it even touched at some point 2 weeks ago over 120 and came back to below 100. That's shocking. Thinking about it or looking those who is like still in a pessimistic, saying, what's gonna happen? I know everything down the hill. I hear, look at the gas economy going down. People are not buying anything. Earnings are coming up. Earnings is starting not next week on April 13th. Again, we are going to have all the banking earning is going to be another power show is going to happen. But this time, the difference between before a recession, only what they are saying that although all the disaster, geopolitical political issues, and shutting down economy, business figured out a way. Certain business figured out a way to come out, make money, and they pass those costs to consumers. And consumers are already there. This is the first time this I have seen in US history. The before pandemic, we have over $2.5 trillion sitting on the consumer savings account, even higher. The number went higher. So that means consumers is okay to pay that extra money to gas. S&P also increased that guidance on S&P that this coming year, since January till now, they increased the guidance 9.1% expectation growth higher on the S&P side. So if you see that this curve shows you from 2020 till 2022, this year March is showing you S&P EPS forecast is going higher with the current market. So that means we are not growing, slowing down. S&P has still room to grow higher. What happened last week? But one of the things, notice that what happened to the gas. See that I highlighted those who is watching that below $99, below $100, it went down, and Dow Jones didn't do anything. But meanwhile, NASDAQ and S&P barely positive. It's just like penny. It's a couple of dollars, but it stayed positive. It didn't go down. 2.8. It's just up, and NASDAQ was 92. It's nothing. S&P every day. What you are looking at that say that your account on Tuesday, Wednesday morning, you just had a big smile looking at, man, it just keep going up. Let it go, let it ride. Last week on Tuesday and my Wednesday morning, big rise in your portfolio, and then whoops, it's short term, long term, whatever you hold on to it.
Yeah, I did put in a couple puts on Wednesday. Yeah.
I did some cover call on those days, and then later on Friday start buying back. Labor market is getting stronger, so which is a good sign to the economy also. Hey, wage is the one that has to be get under control. And this one I mentioned before, watch out this yield curve. Watch out the yield curve, that are happening short term. So next week, what's gonna happen? Something in Asia market. Asia market is just no China is going to have their reopening. They had a Shanghai, shutdown, Shenzhen shutdown, huge shutdown happened. With the shutdown, I'm sure you heard from Tesla, Apple, all the big techs readjust their approach in Europe, in China market. Boom, but it is a big day to watch. If China is no new shock is going to happen, they are going to be reopening as planned. And then the other thing, also readjusting approach in Chinese market. US business is also coming up with their new upfront forecast. That way, on the day when they release their earnings, it doesn't become too surprised. They're getting market, they're preparing market, be ready. So Morgan Stanley, Citibank, they announced they cut down their growth rate in China that this coming year. In Europe market, it's ongoing peace talk. Hopefully, things going to cool down and less people going to be suffered and no more death happening in Ukraine. Hopefully, America's monthly factory data is coming. This factory data is going to coming out on Monday. That's also something we have to see, that he's looking at how is the whole construction or manufacturing in the industry is doing. That's another number. It's not going to make a huge difference, but those who is too much geeky about those numbers, keep an eye on this. It's going to come in. And Wednesday, Fed, on their Fed meetings, they are going to reveal that and how they're planning to adjust their budget. Friday, this is the agriculture industry USDA data is going to come out. That's also something those who is doing in future, you might find it useful. Tesla just came out today, produced 305 and delivered 310.
What was the expectation? Do we know?
I have not seen what expectation. What was it on
The article I read is that they overdid every expectation.
Yep.
All right. That's
And it was their best quarter ever.
There was a mixed conversation, correct? In some place they said they overdid, some says nah. There is always naysayers out there. But
Yeah,
those who is
naysayers.
Tesla investor, get ready on Monday, unless there is no surprise.
Hopefully you haven't sold any calls on Tesla.
Upside.
Yeah,
Go back to 1200.
Yeah.
All-time high, it had 1265. So, and last week I've seen it at the end of the day, there was a bunch of calls coming in 1250 next week. So this coming week, I'm looking into this, the QQQ short term. Yeah, it's not heavy gain, but it's short term. There is a room to grow. However, those who is long term, watch out. QQQ has a room to grow. XBI is one of those. This is a biotech ETF. This one is like everywhere they're saying it's went down so much that it's ready to turn around. Nvidia, I think you guys already have seen it. Nvidia was ready to turn around last week, but because everything pulled back, Nvidia also pulled back, but there were a lot of upside movement of Nvidia is there. So this week, Nvidia, Tesla, Facebook, Upstart, and earlier, as I said, recession-proof stock, Donuts is one of them.
Donut? What are they? Donut company?
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme. DNet Plus is Krispy Kreme. By the way, there is some activity on Black Box for
a lot of those coming in.
Really?
So this one is a recession-proof. If you pick like even 2 or 3, just see what happens and just keep watching. Like I see that we have a lot of technical trader in the room looking chart, but how can you watch so many of those tickers if you can, if you have the, you cannot jump, just watch few things that you like about and then trade with them. Just you can make on the money on the both side, upside, downside, short term, long term, doesn't matter, but know the business very well.
That's it for this episode, folks. Thank you for listening. And if it was helpful to you, please click the like button and follow us so that you can listen to more of our podcast. You can also visit us at urbanhood.org to learn more about our other programs. We hope you'll check in with us again. And until then, keep learning and do whatever it takes to reach financial freedom.